Hi there, I'm Grey Hunter, and today we're going to be taking a look at Song of the Six. So I'm going to be running this as an introductory playthrough, where I'm going to be explaining kind of what you need to do to get started. Hopefully, without dying too horribly. So we're going for a random game, we're going to leave everything normal, and we'll jump in. We're going to be playing the Crotonians, because they are easy, they're great farmers, easy to please, and just generally work around. Another option would be the Grafami, but they have a slightly harder morale, so we will be building a single race city to begin with, just to keep things simple. So I'm also not going to use any of these because I want to see what's like you've got. These are like boosts you unlock for having certain population boosts. You can switch like choosing your map type, but I'm going to use it completely random. And there's my map seed if you want to find the same place. Hardest part is always finding somewhere that's good. That is an interesting mountain range. Look at that. That's going to cause some transport issues. Right, we can look somewhere with quite a lot of fertility. Not ocean though. Ocean dwarfs do. Oh, Crotonians do not like the ocean. This is an entire lake. Seeing what resources we've got knocking around. Get a nice 79% fertility here in a forest. $82 is probably our best. There we go. We'll just pop ourselves down here. Probably not the greatest place. We've got a few guys around us. As you can see, the game's now thrown in a bunch of guys. These guys are snaking down this mountain range. These guys have occupied this valley heavily. And our job is going to be pretty much to secure this valley. But we're trapped between Oakenstead and Sylvan here. And Wapiti. So, going to get interesting. Right. So, hit up here for OK. You get a few running quotes from films and stuff like that. And the next big choice is, where do we stick our HQ? So this has got fruit and veg nearby. It is near the edge of the map. Got some interesting rivers coming in here. We're going to have to be up here to begin with. We want access to this. There's clay nearby, stone. So we will plop ourselves about here. So we started with 10 people. And they are unhappy they don't contribute to you, they want lavatories, stuff like that. But there's one thing you absolutely must build first of Fallout. So we're going to go construct, farm, a vegetable farm. We're going to find someone that's got decent fertility, which is kind of this bit here. And we're going to build a good sized farm. As you can see, this is going to need 68 vegetables. And it's going to produce about 8.9 a day with a 64% fertility. So we're going to construct that. Then we're going to go farm, fruit farm. And we're going to whack that next door to it. And that's going to need 65 fruit. No, it's quite good. So the next thing we need to do is get these things some fruit. So here, harvest wild edibles. I'm going to harvest all these vegetables at the edge of the map. Kind of tricky because they're right on the edge. And then all this fruit here. So off they go. The reason we're doing this first is we want these to be built. Actually, I'm going to cancel that one. Then that's the one I want. I want to concentrate on the fruit farm first. Why? Because I want them to get this planted now. We're gonna then, once that's finished, we'll move on to getting some houses down. This is getting us the wood we need as well for next stuff, because I built it over a load of wood. You click this button again, you get up to 250 speed, which will be useful because we're just waiting on these guys chopping stuff down. We have got 50 rations, so we're not going to close. We've got 46 rations now, so hopefully that will help. That's a firm, so as soon as they can get food, they'll get food. Next thing we want to do is construct infrastructure, logistics, a warehouse. We'll whack this about here. 12 by 12 sounds good. Knock out a couple of central pillars. Go for create. Ooh, need to add doors, very important. As this is an access warehouse, I'm gonna put doors. That. Because I want this accessible from every direction. Then we'll see how many crates we can fit in. Crates need access on both sides. You can get creative with your positioning and squeeze in a fair few. Right, what's that? 14k storage, that should be plenty to begin with. Do we have stone? We do have stone, so bit of rock. Grab some stone. Should have plenty of other stuff. Then, we're currently in the middle of summer. Drop that down to 3 speed. So, these guys will hopefully harvest this vegetable in late summer. We've got 41 rations. I'm going to go into here, up into citizens. You know it's actually in here, isn't it? Right click on this. I'm going to authorise these extra 3 people. Don't want to bring in too many people to begin with, although it's very tempting to do that, because food is going to be an issue. But I want to get working. I think people eat... They don't eat every day, so... Getting this warehouse place is number 1, so we'll blast our way through that. Now they're building the roof. Then they'll come in. Okay. It's okay, we don't have any crops yet. Hopefully you guys harvested some wild edibles. We'll find out. So they're putting in stone and wood from stockpiles and stuff like that. When that gets up to 100, well, to full 100%, they'll then go in and build all the other stuff they need. Ah, yes. There we go, we've got enough veg in for farming. That's good. Means we now have a food support source, and we have like somewhere to store all our goods. The next thing we're going to need to duck down is housing. How many people want to join? 2 more. Yep, you can come in. Think we can deal with that. Now we're going to need housing for 15 people. So let's slow this down. This is in civics, housing, house. We're going to build long houses to begin with. Long houses house 4 people. We've got 15. If we build for 20, 20 is a good start for year 1. Where do you want our housing area? I feel like this is not a bad place for housing to begin with. Okay. Because these are built out of wood, and they will clear the wood they need. That. Let's go into here until you can start storing a good amount of everything in here. Each crate, as you can see, I've got 55 crates. And I can allocate them to anything. I like to have a crate in everything just to be... I don't need those as advanced production. Just to be sure, when I've got spares to expand as need be, you tend to fill your wood up fairly quickly in your stone. Oh, the other thing I want to do, tick auto employ, and it will grab people out of here. So, we have 15 people, 6 of which are free workers. I'm going to authorize a bunch more. That takes us up to 20, and that's pretty much where we are housing wise. Which is great. They are tilling the food. We have 5 days of rations, and we've got our first food source going. And we have got our first houses being constructed, which is great. So we'll slow this down for a second, and we'll have a look at happiness. So currently we've got 100% loyalty, 100% happiness, population. You can click on these for expand. So the dislike in immigration. So if you had bring in lots of people, they get unhappier. That net kind of moves out after time. Currently, they have food preference. They like having lots of days of food. So obviously something else is being harvested. Fruit is being harvested now, so we're getting more food days. They like having more rations. They like bread, vegetable, fruit. And they'll eat the other stuff, but that's what they really want. And you can make them happier by giving them access to, say, wood. Which I'll give them a little bit of wood just to make them happier. They don't have baths, wells, and stuff like that yet, but we can work on that. I think the next thing we want to do is put down a fruit farm. This is looking like a good place for a fruit farm. Make it 25 by 26 is fine. 53% fertility is okay. And that will take 65 fruit. We have 53, but should be fine. This is going to harvest, is going to 38 apparently. Okay, so the next thing I think we should build is going to be our first bit of industry, which is in work, crafter, carpenter. We'll stick our industry section a bit away from our houses. I'll leave this bit here, so we'll come down here. That's probably a good size for an opening carpenter. As you can see here, this yellow bit means that we've got kind of too much of a gap. We bring that down and that down. We can reduce the excess materials being used. I like to put my workbenches in first. And then I can whack in some auxiliary stations to make everything a bit more efficient. And then any space left over becomes storage space. Of course, we're going to need some doors into here. And the logical place for doors seems here and here. This is going to take 67 and then about 100 odd wood. It's going to be fine. It has good access to the warehouse, so they can run across. And what we'll start doing now is putting down, I want that finished first. Soon I'm going to be putting down roads. Looks like I miscounted our houses by a little bit, that's fine. Housing house, I'll just rotate and attach another bunch of houses. We're at 18 days of food, so I'm going to authorize another 5 people. This keeps giving us a good amount of workers knocking around. We're up to 106 fruit, which is perfect for keeping this fruit field going. Got a bit of clothing knocking around, but I'm going to be well away from doing anything like that. As we're coming to winter, we don't want people dying of exposure. See, the loyalty dropped, but it's going up a little bit now. These guys are in here tilling the food. I'm going to drop the number of workers here down a little bit. I tend to find that fields overemploy a bit. No. The only thing, do not click on fields until they're finished building. This place is going to employ a good chunk of people. Which is okay. Things are dropping, probably because we've got some people who aren't housed. And our food days are dropping because we are putting it into the farm. And the estimated harvest is up. It's good. So, these people, if they get access to all these things, will make their houses better. Once they make their houses better, they'll upgrade and they'll get happier. But now there are these long houses. I can't remember how. Oh, it's decreasing, that's fine. Yeah. There's no real jobs that he's worried about. Right. There's plenty of jobs. There's jobs building stuff. Oop. 3 people died of cold. And no one wants to live here at the moment. It's because the houses wasn't quite thing. Oh, I love it when it snows. It looks so pretty. I mean, the graphics on this are a bit basic and blocky. But once you get your eye in, I mean, how many games do you see that have snow that comes in that looks natural? So 1 people's exposure, 5 people have died of cold. So we'll go in here, infrastructure, I don't know, civics, religion, and build a mass grave. And we'll whack it kind of behind here. 12 graves, that should be plenty. Come summer, we should get a good amount of extra stuff. The thing is, our houses, they just haven't claimed them. So they're freezing to death on their own. God, that's a lot of freezing to death. I haven't built a half. Right, okay, so. Do what Grey says, not what Grey does. We're now at minus 14. This is great. Civics. Oh, somewhere for them to warm themselves up. Okay, so the farmers are overemployed. Luckily, those of people haven't heard how bad it is and somebody wants to move in. Welcome to freezing to death, Berg. I must be murdered though. Okay, so one of the other realms is divided. Poverty. That's Sylvan. Udric. Gravial. Nova Star. Mercurial. Jelavar. Ampicust. Newpad. Valoran. And sorry. I can't even see. Poverty. Oh, maybe they're these guys down here. Paladin. Oligarch. Grandstand. Oh, these are cities. Okay, Barony. No, I don't realise they were doing that. Anyway, let's head back to the capital. Double click up there to add more people in. Because we're going to spring now, and those deaths will soon be forgotten. We'll have a half for next time. Right, so Carpenter is up and running. So that's employing 14 people. We're -6, so we desperately need more people. And what they would do is they take wood and turn it into furniture. Furniture is very important because we're going to need that to A, make people happier in their homes. Click on individual people, by the way. Here. So, if I give them access to furniture, that makes them happy. Housing's shooting up because they've actually realised there's houses. Last thing they want is bread. They want more food days, but yeah, that's fine. The mass grave is under construction, but we're at -4. Right, what I think I can do now is say this to automatically authorise up to 50 people. So when anyone from any of these races comes, well, from Kryptonians, we'll let them in. We just need a load of free people. Probably don't need this many people working in here, so let's free up construction by doing that. Now these guys got a half, so they could keep them warm. Right. So, let us think. We actually need more housing? Looks like, now there's spaces. They just haven't claimed them yet. Let's think about putting down some roads. Roads will make our guys move quicker. Construct roads. And we've got space for... see, I haven't lined this up very well at all. Because you want to leave a gap for lighting. Oh, we're now a leader. We've got 30 citizens, so people get happier now with us. Which is good. This road can continue here. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Road up to here. See, you probably should lay your roads out first, but I find it distracts from building. And then we want one running to the front door of the keep. Then one running down to here. And then you can see these lines show where people are walking. So if they're walking along here, there. We'll probably also need is a well. And I can see a good spot for one here. So this is in civics, health, well. Perfect spot. Let's give people access to water here. What we can also do is dig a canal around this. We've got plenty of water table. And then around this. This will just increase the fertility and increase the yield. And the next thing we want is, again, in infrastructure, civics, health, we want a lavatory. Everyone needs a toilet equipment. And we'll put it near here for fertilization. I'm going to strip one of those back because I'm going to need room for lighting. Pop a doorway in here. Latrines. Along the walls. We have to undo some of that. Basin. Basin. Latrine. For the odd's sake, that will do. That still does 16 people. 16 people and then 64 total. So that's a toilet that will last us for 64 people. And that needs furniture. Oh, guess what? We're already building. Somebody... there's still somebody really cold. So our mass grave is there. That's fine. We've got 3 food days. But in 3.6 days, we'll have that harvested. We do have livestock. So what we can do is have a look at this. Yeah, let's whack down something that gets some eggs, shall we? So agriculture, husbandry, that's meat and leather and livestock. This is meat and livestock, meat and livestock, meat, egg and livestock. We'll go for an Auroch pasture. We'll make it a fairly chunky one here with a gate. There. Oh, we've also maxed out our wood storage, so let's use a couple of extra crates to increase that. We've only got 1 day of food and 2 days, but people won't starve to death in 2 days. And then this is going to be producing a chunk. This is going to produce 121. We'll still also be able to harvest wild edibles as well. Do I have to reset that every year? Don't think so, but that's good. This will bring in some grain, which is useful. The grain field around about now would be great. We've got cotton up there, that's useful. Stone. So after we've harvested, like there's random bits of stone on the ground. Once they're gone, you want to look for a more permanent solution. So we've taken the fertility here up to 66%, and it's going to start rising. But 18 people are unemployed, and they're working on clearing this. The bathroom is just short of furniture, but now we've got 18 people. We can increase the number of people making furniture. Then we'll increase the number of farmers as well, because that's probably what's reducing our yield a little bit. Nails going in. A lot of this will probably get demolished and moved out later on. People without houses, but there's vacancies, so. Right, the harvest is coming in. Immediately getting transported in. And what I'm going to do is build another field. We'll build it next to this here. %. Yeah, it's a bit low. What about off here? If we build it off here, 61%. That will do. That'll increase our wood supplies as well. As you can see, wood is never an issue in this game. Not to start with, anyway. Once you've cut everything down, yes. That's all 55 crates in use, but nothing else is anywhere near top. We've got 7 days of food. And there's about 12 days in a year. Yeah, 4 days. Each day is basically a month. So, we are a little bit short, but I'm sure we can live with that. This is going to produce another 132. Hopefully that'll produce about the same. So, let's have a look through. A janitor. Alright, so a janitor. Quite an important little job. It will maintain the houses. And janitors is masses. %, efficiency and a door. here. Basically, if you hover over these places, they've got isolation and degradation. So we're up to 6% degradation. We don't want that. So we're going to drop it. Other buildings have access to us. We do have grain, so let's construct agriculture farm, a grain farm. This is going to end up going up here, isn't it? Yep, that'll take 70 grain. I'll have to wait for another lot of harvestables, but right, let's reduce it down so it's actually the size we can use. 53, 50, 48, there we go. Farming is incredibly important. I can't stress how important farming is. Right, we're up to 50 people with 4 days of food. Our warehouse is maxed out for wood. That's okay. We've got 2 janitors who are off fixing everything, and we're making furniture. The bathroom is about to be completed. That's on auto employed, that's fine. That'll pull 2 people, and we're also out of jobs, so I'll take this up to 100 people. Actually, now we'll go 75. Don't go too quick. I am massively expanding my food area, but I think we need another food source. Fishery. Oh, down here is perfect. I can just draw like that. Get plenty of space for storage. Here's this room we're not going to. Oh, yes. So what I did there is draw over that bit, which wasn't connected in, which meant the room was invalid. There we go. That takes 66 furniture, but it will also give us a good amount of stuff. A bakery, we can build clay pit, ore mine, stuff like that. We don't have the unlocks. Housing is looking okay. Let's pop down an eatery. So these guys have got somewhere to go, like, store their food. An eatery is literally just like somewhere you store food. Very, very basic. This will do 100 people. That needs clay. So, zooming out, we have got clay here. So, with mines, a clay pit here. But we're going to have to build our first bridge. That, and then enough auxiliaries to make it efficient. And what we're going to do is going to remove water. Build ourselves a little bridge across to this clay pit. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. Going to go in. I was looking at that wrong. Going to remove water, and we're literally just going to build across here. Got 10 rooms. Got nobody wanting. We've got only 2 days of food coming into winter. It's a little bit worrying, but that's because I've thrown a good amount of stuff into this. Right, what we're going to do now is actually move on to something a bit more advanced. Infrastructure, logistics, an export depot. Let's put this near the castle. Or the throne room, sorry. Infrastructure, logistics, an import depot. We're going to try and trade. We're going to start exporting wood because we have absolute mountains of wood. And we're in a position where we can easily keep going wood forever because we're in a forest. So we're going to become lumberjacks. we're okay. Because food is, we're already at 75% with another load of people coming, but we don't have the food for them. Until these farms are up and running, yeah, we're done. Okay, so let's slow down time, because I know they've changed out this. We're importing, we'll accept vegetables. But the export depot, which have probably made too big, we're going to export wood. Now, do we need to go and talk with our neighbours? So we are here, Nakala. Probably get changed later. Oakenstead. We know nothing about them. Do we need an emissary? This is something I know has been added in. Infrastructure embassy. We'll put the embassy opposite. This needs cut stone, so that ain't happening. We have support. We'd have to hope that trade will happen automatically. They're moving wood in. I made these far too big. They're future-proofed. And even as they move wood in, our massive amount isn't going down. Might need to think about some more houses. So I'm going to show you a new tool. I like this. I like the roads around it. I even like having access to the well there. So, copy area. We copy all of this here. We can then paste it in here. So, now that's going to cause some problems, so remove that. And then complete job of that. Then we go infrastructure. Health. Well, we'll put a smaller well in there so it doesn't mess up everything. They got no food, but my god, they're not going to die of wait, they're starving, but they're not going to die of exposure this year. Right, we've done some exporting because we've got a treasury saying we've got gold now. Got a couple people with exposure, but they're going to grab these houses, and the new half will help. I don't like going for meticulously planned, by the way. I like the more organic look of a city that's grown up. Let's build a road. It's like, we need this, let's build this. That's how cities grow. Cities, unless you're American, and you had the idea of cities being a thing, cities just spring up. Alright. Someone died of cold. There's plenty of houses for you. If the half is maxed out, that's kind of the problem. I know the half's got plenty of room. Maybe the half's just not where the people are. Let's build a smaller half. Yeah. And then we'll build one here for all the farmers. Next road up. But we should end up with a good amount of grain next year. Hopefully we'll have enough veg after the next harvest to finish that veg field. And this is producing us meat. But at the moment all our food is just getting annihilated. I'm assuming we've got stuff incoming. Yeah, inbound 96 purchase incoming. Basically, slow time down a little bit. We've exported some. Here we go. So we've exported 3.4k of wood. And then we've used that to import food, which will hopefully stop everyone from starving as soon as it arrives. I think the next building is going to be a nice little research facility, which I'm going to put opposite the throne room. Need 150 people to become a sheriff. We're currently at 58 because, like, winter. It's killed a few people, sent somebody insane. A few people have probably moved out. Still waiting on the furniture for that, and the furniture for that, so. Yeah, we just hit negative. It's because people are leaving or starving to death. As I was saying, food is very important. This is the worst tutorial in history, but yeah. We're actually survived. That's fine for us. But things will get better when the food comes in. And that extra 96, we won't be building a food farm that'll take another whatever this year. So 181 they produce, and 151 should hopefully get us through next year. If we can build a stockpile up, the mass grave is full. Just ignore me building mass graves over the corner. This is a perfectly acceptable tutorial. This isn't me tutorial. One of our mass graves in the village. Don't want dead people hanging around. Can we deal with that, please? Alright. We need to get a load more people. One of those working. Maybe there's one of each. And I could just pump my population by just taking a few extra people. But I'm going to stick to the single. Now, good workload. The inbound just takes forever. Don't know where you've bought this from. Is this it here? It's bound for Baskin. The only problem with trade is it's slow. So, loyalty is increasing. Hopefully when we do the mass grave, what we'll do for this is we'll strip this down to the bare minimum. 2 people working there as plumbers, because you need plumbers. These are all at 100% workload. That's going to bring in a good amount of wheat. Population is increasing. There we go, we've got food days. It's harvest. And I think we just had our food delivery as well. So we've now got mountains of food. And they've just bought another 228. We're sorted. No one should starve next year. We'll just have to wait for our population to recover. Hopefully we'll whack you back on auto-employ. Because we do want food. We've got a nice supply of leather coming in from the lower pastures. And when that's full, yeah. Daily tending. Once we've got 33 animals, it'll start exporting livestock. It's going well, but yes, look, we got food stores, 8, 9. So you want that sitting at around 12 if you're going agrarian like this. So probably bakery is a good shout. So that is in work. Refinery, bakery. Now these things are pretty noisy, so we'll whack it here, away from the houses. I'm not going to future-proof this, as always. Because I don't want to have to come around and build another one of these. I'll put some storage in. And then we want enough auxiliary ovens to make the thing efficient. Employees producing 43 bread a day. Give them a door to get in. Now we sneak a little bit more storage in. Don't think we can. There we go. Oh, I built it slightly odd shape, but that's fine, that gives it a bit of charm. Currently we've got too much grain, so we are over egging off that and under egging out grain. I can take paper, iron off as well. Grain is a very efficient way of making food. So 13 days is good. I'm going to set up another grain farm. Probably running down here like that. Not amazing fertility. We haven't got many amazing fertility bits left now, so yes. A grain farm is better than nothing, and that's it. Take it. Okay, no, I lied. I thought the bakery took furniture. Apparently it didn't. Well, this is going to really help once it starts getting people in it. Currently at minus workers, so this place is probably just eating up a huge number of workers it has. Okay, let's limit that to 10 for now. Because we don't want you using all our grain. But that's bread. So we've got food, we've got importing food, we've got toilets, population's up to 73, and we've got space for 80, so any more expansions, any more houses. Definitely time to think about getting our research facility in. So we'll get a nice lab in. We'll build this onto the throne room, I think. And make that a little bit more efficient. And whack in a load of workstations again, future-proofing this. No efficiency boost for this, so fine, and then we'll put a door. No, I want walls. Door in there. Kaboom. This is going to need a huge amount of furniture. You're an auto employee. We're having trouble finding employees. We're at 75. With 14 days of food, I think we can go up to 100. And the bakery is just going to up to 16 days of food. You can definitely get to 100. And this farm here is going to bring in more grain. Got 400 veg, actually the point where we might need a secondary warehouse. More people in there producing furniture. Wood is actually dropping, so let's cut a few trees. We don't want to be running out of wood. Hopefully the halves are in. We're not going to see people freezing to death this year. Definitely not going to be starving. We're just at the point now where sorry, furniture is our bottleneck. But yeah, putting as many people into the furniture as possible is going to be good. One thing not to sleep on is your food production. You're always going to need more than you think, especially if you're like this and haven't got amazing fertility. If this is a good fertile area, I could build out a road and put some farms down here. Farm. Fruit orchard. Let's try a fruit orchard. I've not tried one of these before. Oh, you just put the trees in. This game's always updating, so right. I've got 50 hours in it. But little tweaks make things. Right, so let's expand that by 1 in every direction. That can fit another row of trees. It's going to be 2. I think 16 farmers. Let's actually contract that down. Alright, we're going to take a risk on the fruit farm. Then we're going to build road out to it. I'm going to assume people are going to be coming along. Along here. And bring it up here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn the first layer overlay off. Let's slow down time. We're going to actually build a second little area for here. And then we're going to go housing. We're going to build some actual houses here. We're going to make a little farming area. That's 18. Enough room for 30 people. That looks good. And then we'll give them a half. And a well. So this is our first little secondary town. And that should hope future-proof us for food for a while. Import. I'm going to order them to buy in some coal. Because we're okay for food for now. We do have access to stone. There's iron. A bit further out, but it's getting a bit of coal in. Seems good. Those extra houses will help the population. And we'll build another block of houses here as well. Switch to house. There we go. Block of housing in there. Off. Down there, and a well. Giving people access to water keeps them happy. We're definitely going to need that secondary warehouse. This thing is now being full. So we're not producing opiates, gems, herbs, diamonds, but we are overstocked on coal. And we need more room for veg. Not producing mushrooms, eggs, drinks. Right, Q. Halt importing for now. Actually, no, import clothing. Clothing is not something worth making just yet. And if I remember, we have to unlock it. Yeah. So, for now, we also need to clear rock. Yep, give those guys something to do. So much coal they just bought for us. That's enough coal to keep us going for a long time. We're up on 100 population. And I think that would be a good place to end the video. We've got 12 days of food. A little housing farming area going in. Fruit orchards, they're going to have houses. How's the toilet going? Still fine, 49% load. It's just our lack of furniture. So, max that out. We want to be producing as much furniture because at the moment we've got a fishery that needs furniture, a clay pit needs furniture, and remember that these, I give them access to wood, clay and furniture, pots and stuff like that, they get happier. We need to get more. And there we are, 100 people. So, the city is looking pretty good. And hopefully we'll be expanding quite a lot in the next video. I love this game. Hopefully you've enjoyed this as well, and I'll see you all next time.